What's good? How you doing? It's your girl D back with another video. So I had a few friends hit me up on Facebook because I actually posted a teaser video to the It's Not Wild Thoughts, It's Maria video. And I've had a couple of you guys ask me in the comments in regards to what particular brushes that I'm using for a makeup item. So I figured, you know what, since I'm getting quite a few comments and requests about it, let me just bring you some of my favorite brushes that I use for my day-to-day or tutorial phases. And so without further ado, here we go. First up, as for primers, I like to use cheap brushes. Nothing super duper. Is there something in my nose? When it comes to primers, I like to use inexpensive cheap brushes. One of the only brushes that I've got left from my Morphe kit set, it was the first set of brushes that I ever bought for myself, and it came with the makeup belt and everything, or came with the brush belt and everything. So this particular little doohickey is what I like to use to apply primers. Nice, good, sturdy handle. You can tell that it's intended for liquid products, but I could not tell you which specific Morphe brush this is because I've had it for years, unfortunately. I also like to use inexpensive foundation brushes for face masks. This has been my go-to here. This came from Walmart, was fairly cheap. So when it comes to primers, face masks, I like to go pretty reasonable. Next up, foundation brushes. Now, it all depends upon what kind of mood I'm in. There's times where I'll go ahead and I will apply my foundation with a kabuki brush. Today I use the Sigma Flat Kabuki, the F80 brush here. But I also occasionally will go ahead and use an oval brush. This is my Royal Langnickel, the Remoda rainbow brush. I like it because the bristles are blue, as you can see. And they they don't necessarily change colors, but they look nice. I also will occasionally apply my foundation with a sturdy brush. This is my Sephora Pro Press Full Coverage Complexion number 66. And this is very short, dense bristles. So you can just kind of press it into place and then blend from there on out. I also will go ahead and, because the thing is, I don't like using dedicated flat foundation brushes to apply foundation. I honestly don't. Call me strange, but whatever. I may occasionally use my e.l.f. This is my ultimate blending brush here. Or my e.l.f. foundation blurring brush. I thought I had my Sephora multitasker brush out here, and I don't, which is another brush that I like to use. As for concealer, I like using, this is a foundation brush. This I've had for quite a while. This is from Icing. This is a 3-point foundation brush because it's got that angled head on here. I know Ashley, my Ashley from Facebook has asked me about this. Facebook and Mellow. Oh, excuse me. For once, I actually used a beauty blender to apply my concealer today. Did all right with it. Or I may go back to one of these blurring brushes to go ahead and blend out the concealer. And then set it with a sponge. I just washed this one. This is just the Equate contour sponge, actually. For eyes, I have quite a few preferences. I have 3 crease brushes that I rotate through. One of them, fairly inexpensive. This is from Ruby Kisses. This, even though it's this is known as a tapered eyeshadow brush, but I use it as a crease brush. Next up, was my Sephora Pro Crease Brush. I got this, and I love how damn fluffy it is. I got this when it was on clearance, when they redesigned the entire Sephora line for the Sephora collection. And then this one, also a tapered crease brush, but this is from Storybook Cosmetics from the Harry Potter brush set. I love this. I put this brush through the ringer, but I love it. When it comes to basic shadow brushes, I'm pretty reasonable there. This is another one from Icing. This came in a set. I like this nice, good, fluffy bristles that it's got. And then also, this one came, I think, from Ipsy. Got it in an Ipsy bag. This is a brand called Truly Yours Pro. Oh no, I didn't get this from Ipsy. Got this from Rue 21. But I like applying an all-over shadow brush. I like them having that big fluffy base so that I can get the entire lid in less swoops. I know specifically someone asked about what I use to blend the concealer underneath my eyebrows. These are also brushes from Icing, and I tend to gravitate towards them because they are great. This is a concealer and primer brush. I got this standalone. And then here is one that is a dedicated concealer brush that came in a set. Icing, which is a sister or affiliate of Claire's, is a great store to find good makeup tools. They often are having a buy one, get one, or buy two, get two, buy three, get three, or clearance or something like that. So that's where a lot of these brushes came from those respective sales. And then for brows, I have two. Now, as for if I'm actually putting on a brow gel, then I want to work with the Sigma Line Perfector. This came from the Jackie Aina favorite set. This is the E68. If I'm not putting on a gel, if I'm just cleaning up my brows, then I like to use the Wet n Wild, and this is a gel eyeliner brush of theirs. Maybe, kinda, probably not. But this is a gel eyeliner brush from Wet n Wild, and I use that to clean up the brows. Oh, excuse me. And then last but not least, let's see. Now, this one, and I apologize if this one's filthy because I was looking for it. I cleaned all my brushes before filming this video and made sure that I didn't use the brushes that I wanted to bring in the video, with the exception of this one. Also from Icing, this is their buffer and powder brush. And whenever I'm done baking and need to dust stuff off, this is the brush that I use for that. It is my absolute favorite because it is dense as hell, but also it holds the product on there very well. So when you want to sweep it off, you're going to be able to sweep it off. If you want to go ahead and dab into, I don't know, some powder while you're sweeping off your baking powder, hold on. This is amazing for that. For all over powder, I like this one. This is Royal Langnickel. This is their Powder BMD 100 brush. Pretty nice, fluffy, soft, great for all over powder or just cleaning up everything in general. For highlights, I have two. Another one from Sigma. This is their tapered highlighter, the F35. This is perfect for getting this little area up in here. I didn't use it today because, like I said, I cleaned it. For my Cupid's bow, I like this one from Real Techniques. This came in a set. This is their compact fan brush, and it literally is the perfect size to just go ahead and put some highlight right here in this particular area. And on occasion, I'll also use this fan brush from Real Techniques too. If I don't have that tapered highlighter, this is also gentle enough to where I can go ahead, get my highlight here, and it's not too abrupt to where I can't get the highlight on the Cupid's bow as well. Oh, blush, sorry. And this came from Real Techniques too. this, and I've had this for a while because, like, look at the handle. That's terrible, but oh well. This is a blush brush that came in a contour set, and I love this because it is so fluffy. It's so fluffy. It's fluffy, in case you didn't know. So I love how fluffy this is, and it literally just glides onto your cheek like it's a damn cloud or something like that. So this is my favorite blush brush. I actually keep this handy. I have this drawer of just my regular staple makeup items that I go to. A contour brush, while I'm thinking about it. This is from Shea Moisture. This is a powder and blush duo brush, but I use it for contouring because of how precisely shaped the bristles are. So if I want to go ahead and do some blending, I can, or if I want to go ahead and do some carving, I can. And I use this with my powder contour kit from Ulta that I actually am hitting pan on, and I'm surprised I'm hitting pan on anything because I don't hit pan on anything. But I think that's it. I think we've covered about every piece of the face. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, I just wanted to go ahead and bring you guys some of my favorite brushes that I use. If you have any other questions, if you have any suggestions, if you have any requests, let me know, and I'll be happy to get back with you and see what I can do to help you out. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comments section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, it's really I'm sorry, I'm tired. If you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, or flagrant use of the word motherfucker, that's fine. There is an X in the corner for you to click and get your life and get the entire fuck up off my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. And if no one else has told you, I appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful night.